Our introduction level exercise for level one, we call rock and roll, because what I'm doing is rocking and rolling on the ball. The things I'm trying to accomplish with my rock and roll, first off, is just to begin to learn how to balance on the ball, because many of our exercises will start from this position. The second thing I want to do is I'm going to work some range of motion in three areas, main areas. First in my ankles, secondly in my knee, and thirdly in my hips. The third thing I want to work with in this is I'm actually going to be doing some strengthening exercises. Particularly if you have not been active, you'll probably feel some fatigue after a couple minutes in the quadriceps region. Now, as you learn to sit on the ball, the first thing in terms of precaution that we want to do is make sure that we're sitting on the forward part, the front part of the ball. So as I look down, I should not be able to see any ball underneath me. If I can see ball, I'm in danger of falling off backwards. So I want to roll forward. I want to roll forward to the point as I look down, I cannot see any ball. Now this is not comfortable for most people because they're afraid that the ball is going to slide out from underneath them. The ball, as long as you're on a carpet, okay, or some type of textured floor, the ball will not slide. If you're on a linoleum floor or a very slippery wood floor, the ball can slide. But on a carpet, the ball will not slide out from underneath you. Now then, the next thing I want to do is on the forward portion of the ball, I want to keep my feet wide enough that I have a good base to both sides. Okay. The third thing that I want to do is I want to keep my hands off the ball. That is never going to help me. It's just going to push the ball one side or another. I can actually, if I'm not used to this activity, if I put my hands on my knees, the proprioception of my arms helping my legs will just tell me where I'm at in the space of sitting on this ball. So I want to sit in the forward portion of the ball. I'm going to keep my knees and my feet wide, and I'm going to keep my hands off the ball, preferably on my knees or on my waist. Okay. From this point, once we're sitting on the ball, and we have our feet wide, and we're on the front portion of the ball, we have our hands in place, we're ready to begin. Now, if I want to begin with some ankle range of motion exercises, I can bring my feet in a little bit and keep my heels on the floor. I can come forward, stretching in dorsiflexion. I can do that with both ankles. I can come back, keeping my toes on the floor, working plantar flexion. I never want to stretch to the point of pain. If this is as far as my ankles want to move, then that's as far as I will go. Okay? And I'm going to move back and forth in a very smooth fashion. Okay? Now then, if I want to work flexibility, range of motion in my knees, what I like to do is as I'm coming forward, I keep my toes on the floor, but as I move back, I allow my feet to come up on my heels and my toes are coming off. So it gives me a bigger range of motion. If I have no problem with my pain, I'm going to come to straight. No pain in my knees, I'm coming straight. And I'm bending as far as my knees will bend. If I have some pain in my knee, then I'm going to limit my motion. It may only go to, say, 90 degrees or 100 degrees, 110. But I'm not going to force any motion that has pain involved. Okay? In addition to flexibility for my ankles and my knees, I can widen my feet, come forward, and now then I'm beginning to stretch the muscles, the hip abductors, adductors, on the inside of my legs by moving forward and backwards. I can sit to one side or the other. At this point, you can notice that I'm actually not sitting on the ball. My weight is actually supported on the flexed knee, on the flexed leg. As I transfer the weight to the left leg, again, I am not sitting on the ball won't scoot. Okay, this muscle here, the big quadricep muscle, is the muscle that's doing the work, that's actually supporting me. I can move back and forth with this. Okay? This is not an exercise that I normally count in repetitions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is an exercise that I'm going to do for a minute or 2 minutes or maybe even up to 3 minutes or more with some people just getting used to sitting on the ball. Part of getting used to sitting on the ball is learning to keep my nose over my tummy. So I'm not moving my shoulders, I'm moving my entire hips, chest, nose, chin at the same time, keeping my head above my center of gravity. When I'm ready to get off the ball, I walk back until I have my feet underneath me. I'm ready to stand up.